Mission Control, can you hear me? Mission Control, are you there? Tell me, am I coming through on the radio to you? Can you hear me?
Hey guys, it is I. It looks like stream is presently offline. I'm not sure what's happening. It shows that I'm recording just fine over here. Just fine. Hey guys. Hey there, hi there, ho there, and hello. Hi Serena, you can hear me. I hope you guys all liked that introduction to Mission Control Mondays. That's where you've made it again. Congratulations. Good job for all of you guys. That first little ditty was written by my dear sweet husband, Chris Roberts, who's right here in the chat with you guys, hanging out, dropping those things. Yeah, I was noticing that the Steem Star network is still not showing that it's online, Cork, but FYI. So I don't know. It looks like I'm doing good. I did finally get new internet today. I don't want to talk about it a lot, but I feel like it's been such an issue for me. They brought me new internet. They literally brought me 5 times as much internet as I had before, and now I have more internet than Cork has. So I am the internet queen now. There should be no dropping of internets because they said they fixed it all, so it's perfect and wonderful. Okay, thanks, Cork. I just won't look at that anymore. Okay. So, awesome. Yeah, I have more internet than Cork. I have more internet than like 5 of you put together now. At least that's what they said. And so far, so good. I did some internet tests and it seems like it's great. Anyway, enough about that. Welcome to the show, everybody. If this is your first time, thanks so much for joining me. And if it's your second, third, fourth, I think this is episode 8 of Mission 7. I don't really remember. Numbers are hard. In any case, welcome back and thanks for continuing to support me, especially since the last 8 weeks, like I've just mentioned, have been technically a pain in my rear end. I hope all of those troubles are behind us now and I can get more focused on my content. Now, full disclosure on that too, as I'm still new at filling my 2 hours right now of really good fillable content, I have about 40 minutes for 2 hours. So a lot of me is just talking in between times and playing some games. Size does matter, you guys. It matters. It matters. Like, I would say just in internet, but it matters a lot of times. Like, sometimes when I go to Arby's, because Arby's is delicious, I want a medium, which is actually the size large enough to feed a small family. But still, it does matter. It does matter. You should stockpile it if you can find it, because when the end times come, people will want your internets. They will want it. So first, before we get totally started, I'm going to run through what we're going to do tonight. I have a bunch of things planned, but again, only about 40 minutes. So I'll be talking, sharing little things. I got another segment that I'm going to try out later too, but let's start in order. So first off tonight, I do have a new Carrie's House of Horrors tonight. I got super lucky on that. I'll tell you all about it later. But I have a new one ready for you. It's only like, man, I think it's under 4 minutes this time. So I like those short ones. They're easier for me to get through just because I keep wanting to add more content. So I want to keep the segments down to a little bit shorter. We do have another episode of Space Carrie's Adventures in Space tonight. This will be episode number 4. You guys, this one's pretty awesome, pretty hilarious. I kind of love it. Yeah, that is going to air right around the hour mark. So it'll be 1 a.m. UTC. If you're in the United States, it'll be 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern. Around that time is when I will be rolling Space Carrie's Adventures in Space Episode 4. I know a lot of you come just for that, and you should, because it's that good. Tonight, we got some special guests. We've got Little Scribe also doing another part for us for tonight's episode, and that Sweeney guy also has recorded a part. And of course, Henry the Robot. He's back and sassy as ever. Everybody loves some Henry. Also tonight, we have our featured musicians, plural. I am featuring the Steambirds tonight. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who they are. They are Jaybird and Dan at Starlight. I will drop those a little later so that you know who they are, so you can give them a follow. I've got like 7 songs to play by them because they're comedy songs and they're all real short, sweet, and they're all about Steam, so they're super fun. That'll be our featured musician throughout the evening tonight. A new segment that I'm going to try out is called Weird Questions. There's a lot of interviewing and things that go on here on Discord in the radio stations, which are great. We get to know other Steemians, and I totally love that. But everybody asks just about the same questions all the time. So instead, I'm going to grab somebody from the audience. Of course, you can say no that you don't want to play, but it's not going to be anything bad. And then I'm going to ask you 4 or 5 weird questions, and we're going to get to know you that way a little bit. And as a reward for making it through the weird questions, I might even let you pimp your own very own post. I will drop the link of whoever I interview, and we might do more than one, but I do want to have a little segment like that so we can get to know some Steemians. Interviews are fun, but I want to do some weird questions, and I've got a whole slew of them to choose from. So I might do a couple people tonight. I might stick just to one to try it out. We've got some more What's That Soundbite a little bit later. I like to play games where I don't reward things except for, the pure joy in your heart that you're better than everybody else playing. I mean, to me, that's enough. I just like playing games to be like, yeah, I beat you. I'm a wiener. So I've got that. We could also even play It's All Numbers again later if we want to. Again, some part of this is going to be me filling some time, because I do have lists of things that is going to eventually fill Mission Control, so it does work more like an old-time radio show. We'll have more sketches and things like that. For instance, I might as well tell you now, so my other show on the Steem Star Network is on Friday nights at this exact same time, same place, easy to remember that way. It is called Steem Star After Dark. Now, the main difference on that is, like, tonight's show, I like to keep it PG-13. So, like, it's like, old-time radio. The stuff that I'm sharing, it can be funny. Butt jokes, always acceptable. But, if a family wanted to sit down and listen to it, that'd be totally cool, too. So, on the other end of the week, on Friday nights, anything goes. So we're setting it up, so we've been writing and collecting scripts. My husband, Chris, mostly has been writing scripts for us to read. Yeah, After Dark is insane, and now my internet's good, so we shouldn't have any more of those horrible fiascos like last Friday that we did. So we read, we get together, we really just kind of get to know everybody and play parts. Eventually, once we get people who are good at reading, like that Sweeney guy has been coming, he is great, he's real intuitive on reading, sight reading. Sometimes that's just not a skill, you gotta like really work on that thing. Eventually, we'll get to the point where they're gonna be really awesome, and we could even work up some stuff. I would like to also in my brain, like maybe even start working a little ahead of time for the Friday night show too. But I digress. What I was getting into is we have these scripts that they're not getting really finished. We're just playing with them on Friday nights. And so since they are being written, I'm going to take them after we air them on Friday nights with people and then contact people, I guess privately, and cast it, and then I'm going to go ahead and put those scripts together too and air the perfected, edited version of a script as a segment on Mission Control on Monday nights too. So like Friday nights is like play, everything's a hot mess most of the time. Sometimes people's mics don't work when you're on push to talk. How many times have you accidentally been talking for like 3 minutes solid, pushing a button thinking that you were talking to everybody when you just weren't? Like, I think that happens to me all the dang time. It's so funny. So, yeah. So that's what I want to do. That's another segment I'm going to be adding to Mission Control. Be really formulating those scripts and bring them in here to this. So it's kind of different, but they're kind of the same, and they kind of connect you. They pull you through the week so that you have the beginning and the end to work with all the time. It's like a beautiful thing. So at the beginning of the week, it's like you made it through the weekend, you're coming to Mission Control. I mean, depending on what time it is for where you are, you've made it through your Monday probably at this point. And so you're now just able to sit back, relax, and enjoy some good family-friendly fun with, the occasional butt jokes and stuff, because those are always funny to everybody, even 12-year-olds. Makes sense for everybody. Oh, that coffee was good. Excuse me for just a second. I could do ASMR, you guys. Okay, how many people in here? No, I said yes, butt jokes. Trust your butt? Menno? I said yes, butt jokes are cool, bruh. They're cool, because butt jokes, they always fly. Farts, always funny, even no matter your age, unless you're just trying to pretend not to be funny because you're like at the opera or something, but then it's extra funny. And you guys know what I'm talking about. You know. You totally know. Yes, Zipporah, trust your butt. It should be a hashtag. trusted. Okay, so yes, I did get better internet. I was just scrolling up through the chat really quick again. Hey there, Johnny. He hung in there on Friday night again. Good Lord, I just don't know if I could have done what you did, and I was on this end of things. But now that it's all fixed, I do still need to figure out how to hear things and the other things. Hello? Are you in there? Oh, you're shutting my door. Sorry, I was hearing weird sounds and I can't see anything because I've got all these big umbrella-y lights things around me so that you can see me, and it looks like I'm floating in space. Oh, look, my ukulele thing is down in the corner. You can see it in the little corner. So next week, you guys, we didn't want to change anything up. I'm like a hot mess. How funny am I? Next week, we might try something different where I get to be a little bit bigger. I also am going to plan to have a little segment where I get to talk about, where I've always wanted to, talk about weird crap. Like conspiracy theories and aliens. Like, I spend a lot of my, we're going to say free time when I should be doing other things, but you know, sometimes you just YouTube. I spend a lot of time looking up stuff like that, and I think they're so cool and fascinating, and I could talk about it, and I think you guys would have fun too. And now that I have better internet, if you guys are watching on any of the streaming places, I'll be able to show you video. The situation has been, up until now, I've had to be tiny little Carrie in the corner, because that's barely all I could even stream out. But everything should be working so much better, which I'm totally stoked about. So also scrolling up and around and through the chat too, husband did mention also, as far as scripts and things for Mission Control for this evening show, there's a Western show coming too. We've been like milling it around. We have to, you know, build the universe of the story and figure out how things are going to work and what, you know, there's a lot to go into it before you like sit down and figure out what to do. But yeah, we got a Western coming because I would like to add that as another thing, because again, I really would like Mission Control to look like or feel like an old-time radio station. Right now, I'm just babbling to fill up my words because, as I've told you before. Yeah. Oh, and Chris Roberts said in the thing that the balance between comedy and misery, and that's kind of a hard thing to do for a Western too, because like Westerns were always like, you know, they weren't happy. They were mostly just about very serious topics. So with the radio show, we do want to be able to bring comedy into that, but still staying true as we can to the genre. And so it's kind of fun. It's like a bunch of games that we get to play, and we're able to use what we got here. And so that's really nice too. So half the time I'm just watching my OBS, and in the OBS screen, the chat comes up with links to the pictures that you're sharing. And so I scroll back through and I'm like, oh, I see it. Oh my goodness gracious. Hey, Engine. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. I love you so much. All right, so I haven't even looked to see how many people we got in here. Chat's pretty hopping. Ooh, we got a handful of folk in here, you guys. I'm so excited. Thank you again for joining me. We are on Mission Control on the Steem Star Network. This is the place to be for super fun content that takes me a long time to do for you, the people, so you can sit back, relax, and enjoy a little bit of your evening. Not have to worry about stuff and things and stuff. Holla! Engine Witty, I'm just going to call you Engine Witty forever because that's what I want you to be in my brain, and now that is what you are. You can't get out of that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, Zip. Hey there, Zip, darling. All right, you guys, so actually what I want to do, because I do want to, I have only 40 minutes of stuff, but then I find myself talking, and I could I said a naughty word. So I could talk for like seriously forever. Which is what you guys have known already. So first up, it is almost a quarter after the hour, and so I do really want to get started with a little bit of my featured Steemia musicians. So all of these songs are by the Steambirds for tonight. That is, and I'm going to type in there, so it's Steambirds. I'm not going to at them because I don't know where they are. I mean, I got permission from them and stuff. So it's Jaybird is the other one. And sorry, I'm not super great at talking and typing different things. Wow, I think I spelled that right. Okay, so I just dropped. So Dan is Dan-at Starlight. Those are the three people. Steambirds is where I'm sharing all of these from. These are two guys. They're musicians. And they're pretty hilarious. So I was in a dilemma again when I was looking through music, and I look primarily like for original music so that I can contact the people and be like, "Ooh, I like this song. Can I play it?" But I like to have like fun, lighthearted songs. And there's a lot of angst right now because the full moon happened, and I feel you. I do. So I had to go back. I went back in time on the Steambirds thing, way back. So I've got some really old ones when they were really, really brilliant. Like literally, I think I have the first song they ever shared on Steam It that I'm going to play for you guys tonight. So it goes back. They're all about Steam, so I kind of love that too. And as a side note, I've been looking for comedy writers to join us on Friday nights. Selfless promotion for that too. So right now we've got voice actors and things. We'd really like to add in musical numbers, do parodies of songs where we can just on the fly think of a parody of a song and then go with the music and play stuff live. Also, if you have fun comedy kind of songs that you would want to come on and perform live, that would be super duper amazing awesome too. So that's again why I was looking for this, and I was already in the comedy mindset of things. So Carrie, just shut up. So these, what am I going to start with? Okay, so let's do I just don't know. Okay, we're going to do this one. I am going to drop the links. They are super old, like I said. So the links that I'm dropping, you can't upvote because they're way past their payout, but you can go ahead and pop on over to them. Give the Steambirds a follow. They generally just post like a couple times for, like, they post for open mic and music and like when they go play places, because they are seriously hilarious. So this first song I'm going to play, I think it came from pretty early on. Oh no, I don't even know what week you're on an open mic, but I guess you'll be able to tell by this. This is week 80 open mic for these guys. Again, I did get permission from Jaybird for sure. He runs the main account for him and Dan. They know that I'm playing them all night long tonight. So this first song that we are going to play is called Steem Classic. It cracks me up a little bit. It has to do with the steam splitting off into a different chain and things like that. But still, it's funny, and I love it. And these are all short and sweet. So here's our first one, and I promise I won't talk as much about them each time. Now that I've given them an introduction, we'll just go for it. So you guys are listening to Mission Control with me, CarrieAllen, on the Steem Star Network. Up next is the Steambirds with Steam Dollars Are Flying High.
Steaming up with Mike Week 60. Dance to the you we got. Jaybird. We are the Steambirds, baby. And this song is called Flying So High. Flying So High. Steam dollars are flying high. I don't know why. Bought in at the all-time high. I don't know why. I listen to all the hype. Then I press buy. Then I press buy. Agent said we were heading high. Then I press buy. Then I press buy. I sold my house, my car, my wife. Then I press buy. Then I press buy. I even worked some overtime. Then I press buy. Then I press buy. Steam dollars are flying high. I don't know why. Bought in at the all-time high. I don't know why. I bought the spike at 14 even. Stick to my plan. Stick to my plan. It dipped to 7, but I'm still holding. Stick to my plan, stick to my plan. If it goes up, I'll buy it again. Stick to my plan, stick to my plan. Buy high and convert to steam. Ultimate plan, ultimate plan. Steam dollars are flying high. I don't know why. Bought in at the all-time high. I don't know why. Steam dollars are flying high. Flying so high. Flying so high. Bought in at the all-time high. I don't know why.
All right, you guys, you're listening to Mission Control with CarrieAllen, and you just heard the Steambirds. Steam dollars are flying high. I totally started to introduce a completely different song, and I have two that are start with Steam, and I clicked the wrong one, so we switched it up, but no big deal. I did drop that link afterwards in there. So that was a little introduction to the Steambirds. They crack me up. Most all of their songs looks like that. They're just bouncing with the most joy of a toddler that I have ever seen. That is what I feel when I watch their music. So yeah, every time. Every single time. It's all that, you guys. Alright. Oh, I clicked a thing and now I can't. Oh, hey there. Okay, I see you guys, yeah. A bit lower. Oh, I need to bring my mic up. Okay, I can do that. Okay, let me fix it. And then this little thing. And then let me fix it over here too. Okay, my mic should be a little bit better now. I bumped all of my Mikey Maboobers up just a shh already. Dude, I know, Sim Girl. I am looking outside my house and it's 6:20 here. So it's considerably early, but I know that at like 8:20 at my house, it's going to be light outside, and I am super also stoked about that. Okay. Have a good night. Enjoy your flight. Hey, that even rhymed. Asan intrigue. Asan, I bet. Asan intrigue? I always have to guess on those things in there. Okay, so he's saying my recording needs to go up. I got you. My recording's a little bit lower, so when I play the thing in there, I'll make sure that that's popped all the way up. I think I understand what you're saying now. Okay, I'll make sure that's happening because we do have recordings for tonight. We've got things all ready to go. So I would like to give a little shout out to, I know, I've been rhyming all day. I'm like a little weirdo. I would like to give a shout out to Sir Cork, who is in the audience tonight. He is I don't even know, the big octopus that controls all of which that is Steem Star Network. So he can make the things go and the little internets connect to the right places. I'm really good at words. It's super smart that he gave me my own talk show to use words on. Oh, goodness gracious. Sometimes I don't even know where I'm going when I start talking. Like, seriously, I don't know. And then I realized that I didn't know when I started, and so how could I possibly know where I'm going to be when I end up? And then that's when you hear me go, so... So yeah, I would like to give a big shout out thank you to Sir Cork. He does a lot of stuff to keep the streams and everything going and help me when I do not know what the crap that I'm doing and being patient with the things like the internet. But now I don't think my internet will ever be a problem because they lied to me at first. No, it wasn't a lie. So weirdly though, side thing on that, I've been talking to my old internet company and they sent me this new thing and they made it seem like they were going to be working with this new company. No, they came, they took the stuff, switched it over, gave me a little business card right here and said, okay, now just call them. They're your new company. And I'm like, what? I'm so confused. I'm like, do they have my bill? How are they going to, do they know? And then, yeah, it's all taken care of. And I'm like, ah. So for whatever reason, I'm cool with that because now I've got really, really good internet. And while I'm doing shout out thank yous, I actually have these things written down. So some of my babbling may seem like babbling, but it's actual little things that I would like to actually talk about. My other babble, sorry that was loud, is I would like to also give a shout out to Engine Witty. Yep, that's how it's spelled, Engine Witty. Like if you just look at it, it looks like Engine Witty. He's another one of my very favorite witnesses. Did I say that Cork was a witness? If I didn't, Cork is a witness. Sir Cork is also a witness. So you guys give him some of that upvote love. The way that that helps is it pumps him up in the list of the witnesses and allows them to be more in charge of things, which they're already doing anyway, running witness notes, which I have literally no knowledge about. I know things about stuff, but not those things. Not that stuff. I mean, I could if I wanted to start looking into it, but I feel like I learn things all the time and I'm getting on full here. All right. Oh, I love how you wrote it out. I love how you wrote it out, Engine Witty. He wrote it out very well in the chat for anybody that is, I can't even pronounce, no, that wouldn't be good. Syllable, no. Try to think of a funny word. Not working. No, people kind of care. When I first came on the platform, also Cork, I didn't know what the crap a witness vote is. And right now I have 6 open votes on purpose. Because what if somebody wonderful comes in? I'd feel really awkward at kicking people out, you know? So I like to keep a few open at all times for me, to be honest, and then I can switch them in and out as I go. Let's see. You're in the 27%. I'll help you. Oh, no. So she's saying she has voted. Yeah. See, I think a lot of the people in here, as far as witness voting, most of the people that are active on Discord, those are the people that are also actually doing what they can for the platform and going out and making those witness votes and doing what they can to connect with other people, sharing stuff about Steam and other places. Although, to be honest, I'm pretty sure that I'm shadow banned in all places, so it doesn't do me a dang bit of good to do anything in other places. Which is sad because I used to like those places. It's true. Yes, Little Scribe says that I see it in one place but not in the other. Okay, so I assume the tutorial video Little Scribe said is about witness voting, and that is awesome. Little Scribe is really great at tutorials, similarly to myself. Our brains are similar in a crazy, crazy way. So for that, Little Scribe, I'm sorry. You have to deal with craziness in your brain hole that I can only assume is similar to mine. But yeah, your tutorials are great. She also has a show here on the Steem Star Network, which she can drop information about in the chat so that she can pimp herself up a little bit at this time if she wishes to. She has a new show where she does share and kind of teach and tutorial. She answers questions about Steam. We're all new here, and that is the best way to learn when we're all new. We're looking for new things. We find other things that we can connect with each other. I've been watching a lot of, is it Richard Kawasaki? The rich dad, poor dad guy. Been watching some of him lately. He's so darn cute. He is so darn cute. But one of his things is like mistakes are good because we learn from those. And so, what? Oh, I just heard something else. So yeah, mistakes are good because we get to like learn from them. If you do everything right all the time, then like when you do make a mistake, it'll be like, what the crap do I do now? I'm pretty good at making mistakes all the time. I'm pretty good at being like, that was wrong. What is right? And so I used to not be as good at it, but I think that's what happens when you get older. You either fight it or you get better at it. And so yeah, Little Scribe. There she goes. It looks like she's dropped a little bit in there. She says she's got a special guest this week. Oh, and it's called Dear Little Scribe. I totally forgot that. So yeah, she looks like she'll have a guest this week. She's super helpful and fun to listen to. Plus, if you want to hear her, I guess I was going to say if you want to hear her voice, she's in Space Carrie's episode tonight, but I just don't know if the voice that she's doing tonight is very indicative of her actual voice or not. I guess you'll just have to go to her show to find out. If she talks like she'll be talking this evening. That thing. Yeah, I don't ever know how to pronounce words, as you already know, Injun. Oh, I love it so much. But yeah, his book is so good. His you know, he's just a cute little buddy. And he makes kind of sense about stuff and things, so I really enjoy that also. Alrighty then. Okay, I did that. I need to also get a little bit better at, like, I have my list of little things to do, because I like to be organized. And eventually, I think the goal of the show will be that it's very smooth. I have segments that I go in and out of smoother than me going, okay, now what? And then I'm like looking at my list to find out what's happening next, because I'm so all over the place all the time. But in any case, it can't be helped. Okay, you guys, so up next on my list of things to do here on Mission Control on the Steem Star Network, the place that you want to be for some great content, or at least my great content, and Little Scribe's great content. And then there's a whole slew of others too. I also need to get a list so that I can read through that too, because I like to pimp other people up as well. We might as well all be friends here. All right, so up next, you guys, we are going to get into House of Horrors. I am still in pretty good need. I need to just ask people specifically to write a horror short story for me, because I'm pretty sure that if I did that and like cornered you, that you would do it for me, all of you. If I actually individually went to you and did this. It's not super hard and short. They need to be less than 600 words. I'm finding myself on like late Sunday night going, no, I didn't do that segment. And then like scanning through things on Steemit and looking for stuff that I can use for somebody else. I guess I could have just written my own too, but I really would like to highlight other people rather than just continually writing my own things all the time, which I'm not opposed to completely, because sometimes I do want to write something fun out. So this week, let's see, I actually got really lucky on my late night get everything ready for the show event. I went into free write, which I often do. Now, a lot of the free writes I can't use for this because they're free writes. They're stream of consciousness. They're not real stories. They don't have a beginning and end. They're not polished. So some of them are really great stories. They just can't really be used in the quick fashion that I want to use them in. Like the polished part is really important so that I can just add sound effects, read it, put it into a sound file, and call it amazing for the day. So this week I did get lucky. Like I said, the person that we are highlighting today, I did get permission from her. Her name is Marie J, and I'm about to drop her link, if I can highlight it here, down in the chat. And she had done a free write. The topic was alien music. I think that's how that worked. Oh, that didn't work apparently. There we go. Okay, so I did drop that link in there. So the topic this week was alien music, I believe, and her story, although not like really horror-y, it's again along that sci-fi range, which I think is really appropriate for Mission Control. Again, I like conspiracies and stuff like that. Not that we focus hugely on it, although Space Carrie is like that. Honestly, the Mission Control just came because I needed a name for something. I had to go with something, so this is what we went with, and it works out for me too. So yeah. This is the free write. There's some cool pictures in there too. She has a couple in there. When I redo this tomorrow, I'll share it in a post with the sound clip here, with my sound bites in there. There's not very many for this. It's very short. It was pretty easy to go through. Like I said, this, although a free write, it was pretty well polished. It seemed like there were like a couple of like the was missing like an E or something like that, like nothing crazy at all that I had to deal with. So that made it really easy for me to go through. So again, if you want to write me a story, this is me begging you. I need to get a little more caught up with that so that I can also add to the next thing. I can do it. I'm not so worried. So you guys, for the next few minutes, I do want you to sit back, relax. Cork did make a reminder earlier in the chat that I am softer than my sound, I think. So that means when the sound is about to come through, turn your mic down, or your headphones, or whatever you have, because when I'm about to switch over to Carrie's House of Horrors, it might come in really loud. Plus, the opening thing is very much that. Yes, Little Scribe will be starting Space Carrie's Adventures in Space. I'll do a little introduction. We'll probably start just a few minutes past the hour. So you chase those kids around. You chase them around, girl. You do it. Okay, so right now what we're going to do is into House of Horrors. Again, just in case, turn your stuff down a little. I am going to try to turn mine down. I have to click into the scene and then do it. I'm not super quick at doing it the other ways yet. Right now it's not space. We're doing Carrie's House of Horrors. It's a short one today. I dropped the link yet. It's still up there, not too far. Let's see. Did I hear the jam you did? No. And Witty, I didn't. You have to send it to me. No, I do play hip hop. I like my first couple of weeks before you were coming, generally as I've played some other stuff. I basically play things in English or things with no words so that I can understand what's saying. And I'm not against the other things. That there's just other channels that do that, and so that's what I do here. So let's see. So yeah, we're about to do Chasing Kids. I want to make sure I didn't get anybody. Oh yeah, no, I like hip hop. You said I haven't played hip hop on here, and I was like, I have to find pieces that I like that I play that, are PG-13. But generally I like all kinds of music. I don't really hate. I do love funny music that tells stories, so I am more apt to play those kinds of things just because that's what I end up finding when I'm looking for stuff. All right, you guys. Yes. And Jen, before you came and took the Grandmaster Game Smash a crown, you hold that crown. I don't know if anybody else is ever going to take that crown from you. People could try, but I don't know if they're ever going to win. I don't even know if they're going to ever win. No, I have a rating system for me because I like to share this with families and other kids because I work with teenagers. So I can say, watch this show, but I don't watch my other show because I say naughty words on it. But teenagers understand me, so it's cool. So it's totally cool. All right, so that was like an 8,000-minute introduction. At least this is short. We're going to go right into it. We're on Mission Control on Monday nights with me, CarrieAllen. It's a perfect way to end your day after a long work Man, nothing else rhymes today. Okay, so we're going right into it. This is Carrie's House of Horrors, and I lost the name of it. I titled this Earth because it was just titled Alien Music, but I kind of that's why. So sit back, relax, and get the chills. That night, she fell asleep to the sounds of the mystery tape. It still felt like music, although she had no reason to contradict the computer's official verdict. It was some sort of language, a means of communication, albeit a very strange one. It had taken the computer 2 whole days to make any sense of it and come up with a tentative translation. She'd read it many times and knew what she was going to do for the term paper. Her teacher was shocked and threatened her with failing the final exam.
I will not have conspiracy theory and absurd hypotheses in my class. You should know better than to believe all the nonsense out there.
She had trouble understanding the translation, as it spoke of things wholly unfamiliar to her.
Although I was born long after the big clouds came, my kin told of a beautiful place where trees were green all the time. Young ones laughed and played in the fields under a big yellow sun. When they got tired, they went to their homes and had a glass of milk with homemade jams on fresh bread. I don't know what that tasted like, and my parents don't either. Then they played some more, kicked a ball, or rode their bikes. That was before they let out the great fire. It did not bring warmth, but eternal cold. I was born in the cold, and there were no more children born after me. I am 14 now, and the last of my species. There are no bikes for me to ride, no one to kick the ball with, no future waiting for me to build it. Also, I have never seen the sun, but they say it's 1,000,000 times brighter than the light we have in here. All there's left for me to do is tell the story, hoping that someone will find it someday. As long as someone remembers us, we're not really dead, are we? I wonder, can you remember us if you've never known us?
The recording was very long and went on to speak of places and things that had no meaning to her. Yet she could not agree with her teacher, who was so adamant that no such place or people ever existed.
The whole story stinks, my dear. Do you honestly want me to believe that the recording was discovered in the memory of some rudimentary computer flying on a piece of junk?
The transcript alone was indeed questionable. There were so many weird things in the story. On the other hand, if you go into all the trouble of creating a hoax, why not make it credible? It was not the text that fascinated her, but the voice on the tape. There was so much sadness in that voice. She could almost picture the cold underground bunker where they were living. Where they died, too, most probably. The last fragile link to a world far away on a lonely vessel orbiting a dying planet.
There has never been any life in that part of the Milky Way. It's just a dark corner of the sky with a bunch of inhospitable planets orbiting a dying sun. Besides us, there's no evidence of other intelligent life in the universe.
She owed it to the boy in the bunker to tell the story. As the voice on the tape was so alien to her species, she decided to do the presentation first, then have him listen to the strange music. There once was a small planet called Earth.
Until next time.
All right, you guys, you just listened to a short 5-minute free write from Marie J. that I dropped that link in the chat earlier that I put into a little bit of fun, I guess. I thought the story was really awesome and a little bit freaky, although like not super chilling, but if you really listen, it's like kind of sad and stuff. Yeah, I didn't know Marie J. I just reached out to her on her post that was literally 30 minutes old when I found it, and was stoked that she got back to me quickly so I could go ahead and work with it. So if you are interested in writing something spooky for me that can be performed in under 5 minutes, that's about 600 words or less, you go ahead and send that to me. But I am going to start asking specific people to write me little things and maybe make you feel bad so that you'll actually do it for me, because I just don't know what else to do otherwise, you guys. Okay, so up next, real quick, we're going to do another, I am as specific as I have ever been, and don't ask me to be more specific because you know how much I talk, and I have trouble not shutting up anyways. So, the next one that I'm going to do cracks me up. I had never heard this. You don't even know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to do another song real quick. This is from the Steem Birds. This song, I'm dropping the link. It's old, again, but it cracks me up. I had never heard it before. It's super short. I think it's under 2 minutes. It's called Bots, Bots, Bots. You're listening to Mission Control on the Steem Star Network. Up next, it's the Steem Birds with Bots, Bots, Bots.
Janet Starlight here, and we have Jaybird, and we are the Steam Birds, and the song is called Bots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bots, 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 bots. I love those bots. So predictable and dependable. Bots, 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 bots. Sitting on the beach, don't have to check in. Long Island iced tea, my bot is always running. Dancing at the club, has another blue gem. My bot's at home, upvoting my friends. Friends? I have friends. Good. Bots, 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 bots. I love those bots. So predictable and dependable. Bots, 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 bots. My bot never sleeps. Never, ever, 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 ever sleeps. Up, votes, and repeats, and repeats. Beep, beep, beep. My bot never sleeps. Never, ever, 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 ever sleeps. Up, votes, and repeats, and repeats. Beep, beep, beep. Bots, 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 bots. I love those bots. So predictable and dependable. Bots, 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 bots.
All right, you guys. You just heard the Steem Birds with Bots, 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 Bots. I just heard that song last night for the first time because it is one of their older ones, and it cracked me up. Super funny. Love it. Love it. Love it. You guys. Yeah, the beep, beep, beeps cracked me up every single time, too. All right, so you're listening to the Steem Star Network, the place where you want to be on Monday nights and Friday nights with me, CarrieAllen. Tonight it's Mission Control. Okay, going to my next thingamaboober. Okay, so I don't want to really run over, and I want to do that second hour. It's like I'm thinking out loud with you guys now. Okay. So you guys, we're going to play a tiny little game for just a few minutes because it cracks me up a little bit. We're going to go into What's That Soundbite because I really feel like some of you in here have the power that you can beat Ingenuity or Ingenuity. Ha, I can say it. Nanner, nanner, nanner. My glasses are dirty. Alright, so we've switched and we're going to play a little What's That Soundbite. It's not super exciting. I mean, it's kind of fun. I like it. I search out some movie clips and I've got audio recordings, and then I play the soundbite, and y'all that are participating with me here in Discord, you answer, quick draw style, where you think, or what movie you think that the soundbite comes from. You don't have to spell it right, I just have to know what you mean. So if it's close enough for me to know what you mean, that's cool. I know a lot of you guys are on cell phones. I still want you to be able to play, but I'm guessing Ingenuity's got his little fingers ready to go, and he is like on point right now, getting ready for this. So it's very simple. Again, it's just quick draw. Who knows what you're going to get for a prize, depending on how my week's going, but you always will get to wear that crown if, for the week, there's one game master, what is it? I always forget it, I made it up. Grandmaster Game Smasher. Now that's the person who overall wins the most answers throughout the night. And I do keep track. Like, it's fun to keep track, even if all you win is just knowing you're a winner. Seriously, my glasses are so blurry I can't see anything, you guys. It's becoming a little issue. Now I don't have technical issues, I just have other technical issues. Always with me. Okay, that's better. My skirt cleaned it much better. Okay, guys. Okay, so we're playing What's That Soundbite here on Mission Control on the Steem Star Network. I'm going to go right to it. I hope that you can hear these sound bites. I'm assuming, yeah, I think that level's good. Okay, let's start with this one. All right. Okay, Engine's offering a 1 second head start. That's very nice of him because otherwise he's probably going to beat you guys. So I have faith that Sim Girl's in there. She's going to try to win. Okay, guys, so what's that soundbite? Oh my gosh, it opened up wrong.
Oh, and it is lovely, just beautiful. You know you are quite a decorator. It's amazing what you've done with such a modest budget. I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
All right, guys, what is that soundbite? I can play it again. I also have another one. Engine, you gave everyone so much time. Okay, so we have our winner. It is again. It's Engine. It's Engine. You win. You win, bro. You win. Of course you win. It is Shrek 1. Full disclosure, I watched it like 2 nights ago or something because it just came on Netflix. So if you didn't know, Shrek's now available on Netflix for your wonder. You watched it too. I know, I could tell you waited because I was like, dude, he knows what this is. He's literally giving them a chance. We did have Sir Court come in very close with the 2nd place right after him, but still, this is hilarious to me. Oh, he wants to wear that crown with, like, you know, pride, and I think that he should be allowed to do that. It's a wonderful thing. Okay, we're going to go right into the next one here. Okay, this one, everyone should get the answer to this within, like, a split second. So if Engine is going to give everyone a second, someone else has a potential chance to win this one. Literally everybody listening in here knows this. What's that soundbite?
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Okay, seriously, you guys. Now everybody's just messing with me. Are you guys letting him win? Engine again. Ingenuity, you won again with the Wizard of Oz. I'm almost positive that that's what happened, isn't it? Let me scroll up. Hold on. Oh, you guys. He totally did. I don't even know what to do with you guys. Dude, yeah, I know. It was definitely the Wizard of Oz, you guys. Definitely the Wizard of Oz. I don't know how he does it either. Plus, I am always imagining that he has like a small baby child asleep on his arm and he's like typing with one finger on a cell phone. Like that is literally the picture of him in my mind right now. Like he's like the fastest thing ever. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's my image of him. He's like, I am awesome, Dad, and I am the Grandmaster Game Smasher. That was my impersonation, apparently, of your inner ego voice. Chris, yeah, that's true. I assume that my husband, because we tend to watch the same movies, if he were participating hardcore, he would win. Plus, he hears my loud ass voice in 2 rooms over because I'm in the recording room and he's out in the living room on his little computer. So he would have 20 seconds on everybody because he hears me before it goes through the feed. So he would know the answer. Look at that cute little buddy. Look at you and the cute buddies. Okay, guys, I've got 2 more, I think, for this segment of What's That Soundbite. We're going to go into it. Okay, this one is so short. And if you don't get this one, then we can't be friends. Okay, that's not entirely true, but I'd be willing to watch this movie with you like 8 times so that you love it as much as I do. Or all of them, because I love it. So, up next, what is that soundbite?
I'm Groot.
Okay, seriously, that was it. I feel like I shouldn't even play it again. Crease Wars. Oh, some of the answers are great. Okay, I have to remember I've got a little bit. Yep. Okay, we've got a winner. Okay, that sweetie guy. Okay, here we go. You guys, we do have a winner. That Sweeney Guide is Guardians of the Galaxy. It is number 1 because clearly that was Big Groot, not Little Groot. Fun fact, Big Groot, with all of his super lines, was played by The Rock. That's right, Dwayne Johnson is the voice of Groot. I'm sure actually a lot of you people knew that. But maybe you didn't. Maybe it was a fun fact. So that Sweeney Guy, he's going to try to beat you, Engine. He's going to try to get it. He's going to try to take it away from you. That's what's going to happen. Okay. Should I end with a hard one or an easier one? I don't remember what I did for that one or if I didn't do it last week. Okay, so here's another one that, no, because Engine will get this one too. Okay, we're going to do this one that other people could get. Okay, well, Anka says I should give it to us. Everybody wants it hard. Of course you do. Of course you do. Okay, I actually don't remember which quote I have in this one, so I'm going to play this one next. I got one ready for you guys. We're going to do the last for, this segment. We might play again. I've got other things in here. We're going to do one more What's That Soundbite, and I really need someone besides Engine Witty to win. And I'm not... Engine, I love you. But you got to have competition. It's just not fair when it's so easy for you. It's not fair. All right, so what's that soundbite?
And white men can't jump.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Here, I'll play it again because it's kind of short. Yeah, I bet you knew.
And white men can't jump.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm scrolling up. Dun dun dun. Yep, Space Carrie's on soon, you guys. Basically, I'm just killing time for that. That's what he said. He said white men can't jump. That is not the movie. What is the movie? It's almost a trick question. Because I did pull it from a different movie making fun of it. I'll give you a hint. Oh, I should have... I didn't pull a second one. Let's see. Scrolling up. Before you could wear... Yeah, so the quote is white men can't jump, but it came from a different movie. Okay, I'm just going to tell you, that was hard because I didn't think about the fact that they were making fun of a quote in another movie. And that makes it like, I incepted you. I inceptioned that, what's that soundbite? That wasn't my intention. I'm sorry. So it came from Robin Hood Men in Tights. There are so many good quotes from that, but when they're all standalone, it's really hard for you to be able to tell that that's what it is. So yeah, it's from Robin Hood Men in Tights. Again, there's a slew of amazing quotes, but they're so hard when they're standalone because a lot of the quotes, like I just, again, realized they're making fun of other movies. So that was it. Yeah, I should have known. So I'm sorry. Everyone's a winner. I'll be like Oprah. Everyone that plays just won that question. Congratulations. Good job, you guys. Except for Engine Witty, because he didn't know the answer. But that's okay. That still leaves him ahead, as usual. Oh, Lord. All right, you guys. So that's it for this section of What's That Soundbite on Mission Control with CarrieAllen. I do like playing the games with you guys. They crack me up. And I like the interaction, and I think that that's something that you guys like. You should tell me in the chat. Is that something that you really enjoy playing games, even if you don't win huge buku's prizes? Do you like the interaction, or would you rather me just fill up my 2 hours with as much possible content as I can squeeze in? Theoretically, in my brain, I'd like to keep at least 2 smaller segments for 5 minutes or so each hour, maybe twice even, playing some games, because I do like to play. I like to play. So, yeah... I know Engine likes to play because you're just like me. Like, I go in and I'm like, ooh, someone's playing a game. I like to play a game. You want to play trivia? You want to play a game? You want to do this? Let's play cards. You want to guess? You want to do flapjack? Yeah. I really like that. Coffee does sound good, you guys. I'm drinking some. I might have my husband come refill my cup, so I assume he's going to hear me in about 20 seconds and come to do that for me. Yay! It's the correct answer. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't like, and again, like right now, I feel like I'm filling time. But games are something that I'd like to potentially keep in and not go out. Just in time, like I thought, my sweet husband came and got my coffee cup. Yay, it's my sweet husband. Right now, the coffee is just the organic roast that comes from our little tiny store in the mountains here. We don't have a lot of options. I mean, we have Amazon, so I could literally get anything I want. And last time we had some Dunkin's hazelnuts, but really I don't like how that tastes as much as I like how it smells. So yeah, husband went in to get that stuff because he is the best. So you guys, we're getting close. Yeah, I haven't been using the creamer. I'm okay without it. He's so great. Yes, I do like it black. I used to do full cream and sugar. Oh my gosh, but I think that's part of the reason I gained 1,000,000 pounds is because I was like, my coffee intake was mostly like sugar intake. So delicious. Like, it was like candy for breakfast and for 4 o'clock in the afternoon because I like that. And in the evening when I wanted another cup. So I started cutting back on sugar to where it didn't seem like I needed it. I do occasionally like it. It's still delicious. And then I started cutting. I really like it with creamer, but we're pretty out right now, so it's not a big deal. Hilarious fun fact, I prefer soy lattes, so like espresso with a lot of heated soy milk, to regular cream. But in coffee, soy is gross to me. It's like weird water mixture. So I always use full, I like the full stuff for in the coffee. But right now it's fully just black and really hot, so maybe I shouldn't do it because we have a really awesome coffee machine that does it. But I digress. So you guys, we are about 5 minutes till the top of the hour, which is when we're going to start doing Space Carrie's Adventures in Space. I would like to say at this time, I forgot to announce it at the beginning, there will be no mission control next week. May 14th. I should check that date for sure here. Yeah, May 14th, next Monday, there will be no mission control. I think that means there won't be a Space Carrie. I could potentially get it done and share it as a post, but since I've been sharing it on this station, I think we're just going to wait a week. The reason I can't do it next week, I scheduled Mondays thinking that I would never have a conflict on Mondays for the nonprofit that I run, and lo and behold, one of the schools that I'm running a carnival for this the upcoming week, I've got 2 coming up, is on Monday, so I won't be back to be able to stream in time. I will be late at night in the middle of a gym by myself cleaning up carnival fundraiser fun. So, yeah, Chris is very excited. He said we're going to try to do 2 episodes the following week, which I think sounds insane. I'd also think that we'd like to add a musical number in soon, and if we have a 2-week break, which is what we're going to have this next week, that might be for the best, so that we have a little chance to work with some more musical numbers to really bring it in. Yeah, we should just cancel the nonprofit. Sorry, kids. No fun for you. No raising money for whatever you want to raise money for. You do that. But I really like it. I have fun making up the games and playing with the kids. I have been stressed out this week about it, though, because I have a big one coming up on Thursday and then another one on Monday. And stuff I have to do in between there to get the stuff ready. I had to buy so many toys. Our house is filled with things like that. But in any case, it's super fun for me and I love it. Okay, so I do want to, right before the top of the hour, we're going to do one more song by the Steem Birds because I do have 6 for tonight because they're all less than 2 minutes. Normally the songs they play are around 5 or more minutes. Do want to give them fun airtime. Plus they're all hilarious. They can't get around it. So, it is Monday night. And I am not going to judge you in any way, shape, or form. But I would like to play this public service announcement right before we get into Space Carrie, which will be happening next after this. I dropped the link. Did I drop the right one? Yes, I sure did. We're going to do another little short ditty. This is basically a public service announcement by the Steem Birds. Don't drink and steam.
Steam It Open Mic Week 54. We are the Steam Birds and the song is called Don't Drink and Steam. Oh yeah. Don't drink and steam. You know what I mean. Don't drink and steam. You know what I mean. The night started off with a 6-pack of beer. I pulled out my laptop, reclined in my chair. Then I started writing, I got so excited, ranting about whales and flags. Don't drink and steam, you know what I mean. Don't drink and steam. Say see how I've ruined my rep.
A comment from steam cleaners keeps me in check.
'Cause I started writing, I got so excited, ranting about whales and flags.
Don't drink and steam, you know what I mean. Don't drink and steam, you know what I mean. What I posted the other night, well, now it don't seem right. And now it's here to stay, forever and ever and ever and ever on the blockchain, on the blockchain, on the blockchain, on the blockchain.
All right, you guys, you just heard the Steambirds with Don't Drink and Steam here on Mission Control Monday on the Steem Star Network, and it is the top of the hour. That's 1 a.m. UTC time. For me, that's 7 p.m. Mountain Time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the other times also. So woohoo! That means you guys, it is just about time to air this week's episode of Space Carrie's Adventures in Space. Now, hilariously, we have about half the audience that we had at the beginning of the hour, which is the opposite that happened last week. At the beginning of the hour, I had only a few people, and then I waited, and then it was too late. So we'll see but it's gonna be posted tomorrow too, so that you can just sit back, relax, and listen to it as well. So I also wanted to see, before we get started, if anybody, there's only a handful of us in here right now, if anybody has any random questions about Space Carrie, or where it's going, or where it came from, or if you want to talk about it, like for 2 minutes, because I'd like to get started here on this pretty soon. Or if you have any like suggestions of where you think that it could go, or anything like that. I don't even know what I'm after here. I did just want to open it up to the audience and see what was going on here. This week, I do have, and I wanted to give a little wait. I might have here. I'm actually going to just tag her. Little Scribe was out chasing children. I'm just going to put soon and tag her. Maybe she'll hear the ping. So Little Scribe is one of our guest stars again this week. She's played a character already. She has been introduced as Queen Tina Tyrannica, which is the Captain Quark's ex-lover, now cyborg queen with no genitalia. She did an excellent job on that. We'll probably have some visits from Tina in the said future. But as for tonight, she's playing a completely different character, which I do believe you guys will enjoy. Also, we have another guest star. So we added 2 new people tonight. So that's pretty exciting. That Sweeney guy also took on a character this evening. Sounds pretty fun. I think you'll like it. And again, as the favorite, Henry, the robot, he always reads his lines perfectly with the right amount of subtext and understanding. I am not even kidding here. I use a robot voice generator to create Henry, and somehow his line readings are perfect every single time. So, define soon. Oh, she's back. There she is. Thanks. Okay, that's what I was trying to check to make sure that, I just wanted to make sure Little Scribe was in here too. Okay, you guys, well, we are going to go ahead and get started. I was literally just stalling for you, Little Scribe, because I love you, because I was so sad that you missed it last time. So she says she's back. Let's see. She'll be here. No time. Okay, I also love Henry, but Little Scribe should love Henry, so it's true. All right, you guys, so it is just a few minutes past the hour. You're listening to Mission Control Mondays with me, CarrieAllen. We're on the Steem Star Network on all the places that you're watching, and we're about to hear episode 4 of Space Carrie's Adventures in Space.
And now, the Steem Star Network is proud to present
Space Carrie's Adventures in Space!
Space Carrie's Adventures in Space!
Does your family love corn? Well, now you can have fresh and delicious corn every day with Steem Star brand space corn. Grown without sun, grown without water, grown without soil. But boy, are they grown. Average ear length is 3 feet. So say goodbye to those expensive corn import charges today. Steem Star brand space corn. It's better, 'cause space.
Steem Star for your family.
When we last left our heroes, they had narrowly avoided a lifetime of imprisonment on the massive cyborg space lair of Queen Tina Tyrannica, one of the captain's many exes. With Captain Cork's agreement to share the secrets of the Steem Star laser technology, the evil cyborg queen had allowed the party to leave, transporting them directly back to the Steem Starship. Certainly now, Space Carrie and her friends would be off to interplanetary justice to collect the bounty for her now famous defeat of the brutal space pirate, Spacebeard. At least they will, should nothing else go wrong. After another bumpy ride through the mysterious matrix of teleportation, Space Carrie, Captain Cork, Henry the Robot, and Kevin the Space Minstrel find themselves on the main deck of the amazing Steem Starship. But something is not right.
I'm not getting used to those teleports anytime soon. I see what you mean, Henry, about feeling like your parts are in the wrong order.
Beep boop. Tell me about it. This time 2 of my wheels came out sideways, so now I can only go in circles. Beep boop.
Don't worry, Henry. We'll get you right to the robo-garage. What the? Son of a black hole! I have boobs!
Oh, grow up. You do have boobs. Hey, that's my body! Why do you have my body, Captain?
Now don't panic, Space Carrie. But I'm not the only one with someone else's body here. Henry, hold up a mirror for the lady, won't you?
Beep boop. Sure thing, Captain. Beep boop.
What happened? I have your body. Cork!
Our heads must have got switched during the transport. I know this is probably not what you want to hear right now, but it could be worse.
Oh, I'm sure it could be worse. Now I've got the body of a laser-happy space tool. Why do you have so many freaking lasers anyway?
Take it easy, Space Lady. You haven't taken the Steem Star training course. You could vaporize us all.
Ugh, I already missed the empty space between my legs. And give me my laser sword. That might be nice, Kevin. Some relaxing music, if you would. I'm still processing what's going on here. So this is the magnificent Steem Starship.
The one and only. In this ship I travel the galaxy, broadcasting the Steem Star network far and wide, wheeling, dealing, making deliveries, and fighting for truth and justice across the galaxy.
It's nice.
Oh, it's more than nice. This ship holds wonders the likes of which you could never imagine. I can't wait to give you the grand tour.
Look, I am aching with anticipation for the tour, Captain Cork. But don't you think we should deal with the more pressing matter of the head switching? And leave those alone. They do not belong to you.
But they're just right here in front of me. It's so hypnotic.
Hands off or I'll blast you with one of your own tiny little lasers. So, is this reversible or what?
I'm mostly sure that the head switch is reversible, but please don't hate me. I don't know how to do it.
Now our heroes find themselves deep in what Captain Cork likes to call a dilly of a space pickle. Will Captain Cork figure out how to reverse the head switching from the apparent transporter malfunction? It looks like Space Carrie and Captain Cork are stuck with each other until then. How will they proceed? Find out after this brief message.
Is little Johnny about ready for his first pack of Steem Star cigarettes? Let the smoky, savory aroma of Steem Star cigarettes create a bond between you and your son that will last a lifetime.
That smooth and delicious flavor. You're the best, Pop.
I know, Johnny. I know.
Steem Star for your family.
And we're back aboard the Steem Starship, where only half of the heads are in the right places. Space Carrie has an idea.
Doesn't the ship have some kind of super intelligent computer interface that solves all of your problems for you?
Beep boop. That would be Lydia, and you should show her some respect. She can think circles around the entire human race. Beep boop.
You're right. I forgot about Lydia. She'll know what to do. Wake up, Lydia.
How can I service you today, Captain?
Beep boop. Hello, Lydia. You're sounding lovely, as always. Beep boop.
Hi, Lydia. We're back. And I've got some new friends. This is Space Carrie.
Space Carrie!
Does that happen every time I introduce you to someone?
Sure does. Every time since birth. Get used to it.
Whatever. And this is Kevin. He doesn't talk, but he's always playing music. Show her, Kevin. So, Lydia, Space Carrie needs to get to interplanetary justice to collect a bounty, and I'm helping her out. Get this. She actually defeated Space Beard in a laser sword battle.
Wow, Space Carrie. It's certainly an honor to have you aboard the Steem Starship. You sound like a real hero.
Can you open your eyes, honey? We've got a little problem here.
I see. Your heads have been switched. That is incredibly unfortunate, but I must say, Captain, I like you with curves.
Oh, for crying out loud, James. There's an actual woman here now. Could you have her dial back the sexy voice thing a little?
Sure, my bad. Lydia, honey, could you be a doll and turn down the sexy voice level to 4? 5.5. Sorry, Space Carrie. I hardly even think about it after all these years.
Is this inflection more to your liking, Captain?
That's perfect, Lydia.
What are we gonna do about our head situation? I don't want your body for the rest of my life. It's so clumsy.
Well, we can't all be highly trained laser sword masters like you. I mean, if you ask me, it's almost too much tone. Your abs are literally like stone.
I work out. Eyes up. I already told you, hands off those.
Sorry. Do you have any great ideas, Lydia? You are the hyper-smart mega computer in the room. What you got for us?
Beep boop. Lydia is great. Beep boop.
Allow me to run a quick multi-galactic search. I'll be with you shortly. Searching, searching, searching. My intergalactic superdata multibase has yielded several results. I was searching for experts in the practice of cranial retransplantation, with an emphasis on transporter malfunction-related issues. The nearest such expert appears to be a Dr. Everett P. Spludge.
Wow, that's impressive, Lydia. Can you make us an appointment?
My intergalactic superdata multibase shows that Dr. Spludge offers VidCom appointments, as well as remote psychic surgery. According to my intergalactic
We get it, Lydia. You've got an intergalactic subdata multibase. I'm familiar with Everett Spludge. He does great work, but he's pricey and really popular. It might take weeks to get an appointment.
How long will our heroes have to wait for their appointment? Will the psychic surgeon, Dr. Spludge, even be able to help them? Will Space Carrie and Captain Cork be reunited with their respective bodies? Find out after this!
Did you know that Steem Star Space Rubber is up to 5 times bouncier than other leading brands of rubber? Bounce like you've never bounced before with Steem Star Space Rubber.
Steem Star for your family.
And now, thanks to the masterful arrangements of the Steem Starship's computer interface, Lydia, our heroes find themselves in a video conference with Dr. Everett P. Spludge himself. Hopefully he'll know what to do about their cranial kerfuffle.
Okay, by the looks of it, we've got a classic case of transpo malfunction-related head switching. Wait a minute. Is that Captain James T. Cork? I thought I recognized that head. And that body. How have you been, James? Still shilling crap for Steem Star?
Actually, I'm all that's left of Steem Star. Corporate kept getting in the middle of interplanetary conflicts. Got their headquarters blown up. What about you? It's been space years. I see you've got quite a few more tentacles than the last time I saw you.
Yeah. 3 or 4 new ones pop up every single space year. They're getting to be a real nuisance. They kind of just wave around freely, but they each have a mind of their own, so they're always grabbing onto things. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
Pleased to meet you, Dr. Spludge. I'm Space Carrie.
Space Carrie!
Seriously, it even happens when you introduce yourself?
Beep boop. Captain Cork is just jealous that he doesn't have an intro jingle. Beep boop.
I do so have a jingle. Lydia, play Captain Cork title.
Captain Cork!
See? Nothing to it.
Beep boop. It's just not as organic. And you had to ask for it. Beep boop.
So, Dr. Spludge, do you think you can help us? Although the captain seems okay with his new body, I would actually like mine back.
Of course I can help you. In my 30 space years of experience in this field, I've seen some nasty transporter accidents. And if you can believe it, this one's pretty run of the space mill. At least you're both the same species.
Tina probably did it on purpose anyway. Her transporter tech is usually pretty reliable. I think she was jealous of Space Carrie.
Whatever got you into this mess, I can fix you right up with a simple, non-invasive psychic procedure right here from this video conference. That's the good news.
What's the bad news, Everett?
It's gonna cost you.
Great. How much?
Well, let's see here. Consultation fee, plus emergency vein conference fee, on-call differential, psychic procedure costs, and other applicable fees, minus 2% friends and family discount. That's gonna come to 23 million space doge.
Holy crap, that's a lot of space doge.
Beep boop. I think you should pay. He's got you over a space barrel. Beep boop.
Come on, Dr. Spludge. How about upping that friends and family discount to, say, 5%?
I'm afraid not, Captain. We're not that close. And I have 17 broods to feed back home. You're welcome to find someone else to fix your little problem.
No! Just pay the doctor, James. You have the money, don't you?
Of course I have the money. I just don't know.
Give me a break. What's a measly 23 million space doge when we're on our way to pick up my 100 gazillion space doge bounty?
Beep boop. Just think, Captain. You'll be a gazillionaire. Beep boop.
Captain, I'm prepared to transfer the space doge coins to Dr. Spludge on your command.
Thank you, Lydia, but I'm just not sure.
Will Captain Cork loosen the grip on his space wallet and fork over the 23 million space doge coins to Dr. Spludge? Without the help of Dr. Spludge, our heroes' bodies may never be reunited with their heads. Has Captain Cork become accustomed to his new expertly toned female body? Or will he return it to Space Carrie, its original owner? Though they are back on the Steem Starship, our heroes seem now to face space predicament after space predicament. Will they ever make it to interplanetary justice to retrieve Space Carrie's bounty? Will they ever be gazillionaires? Find out next time on
Space Carrie's Adventures in Space!
Space Carrie's Adventures in Space!
Steem Star for your family. Alright, you guys, that was Space Carrie's Adventures in Space episode 4 here on Mission Control with me, CarrieAllen, on the Steem Star Network. I would like to do a shout out real quick. Thanks for staying, that Sweeney guy. He was Dr. Spludge tonight. He did a great job, super hilarious and fun. Also, Little Scribe was another voice in there. She played our sexy Lydia tonight. Amazing. I love it. So, thanks, that Sweeney guy. I know you got to go to your kids. Thanks for staying around. Tell the mom thanks for hanging out for an extra little bit of time so that you could be here. I loved it. So we'll be in contact soon for new episodes and things like that. You're very welcome, that Sweeney guy. I love having you on. I really, 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 really do. Okay, so I was actually going to, but no pressure or anything. I had an on-the-fly idea for my next segment, right after Space Carrie, what I want to do potentially, and it might always be like this, it might be different. I don't even know. I might do randomly, but I want to do the weird question segment, and so I was going to have that Sweeney guy come on, but maybe we can do him later too. But if Little Scribe is able, unless she's chasing children that are wet in bathtub things, then I might see if she can come on here and we can do a little interview. Otherwise, I just have a few questions. We can get to know Little Scribe. Yeah. So it's okay that, Sweeney. If you get back, then maybe at the very end of the show, we can grab you also and do a little interview with you as well. Yes, we'll do it. But drive safely and be cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's Katrina that bathes her kids. I'm pretty sure Cork is right. Nobody else on Steemit bathes their children except for Katrina. So that's also true. True. All right, so that's Sweeney Guy. If you make it back, which I'm sure that you will safely, then we'll go ahead and we'll have a little segment for you also, as well as, because I want to learn some things about it. Yes, into the control booth, my darling Little Scribe. So if you come into the control booth, I assume that you can get in, but I don't know, because you already have it, so you should be able to. I also don't know if you are going to be able to hear me in the show control booth or how that works, because I forgot. And I've been changing so many things lately that my brain's going to do explosions. Oh, yes. Okay, so while we wait for Little Scribe to pop in, so this next segment, I have talked about this. I would really like mission control to be, you know, smooth and less of me being stupid in between trying to fill time up. And so a new segment that I'd like to start, I don't have a really great name for it, but it's just weird questions. Because there's a lot of interviews that happen around on our Steemit, different radio stations and streaming stations and things like that. But everybody has the same questions over and over again, all the same questions. Oh, yeah, thank you, Aunt Cat Barbie, because I would not have noticed that. So, good looking out. Radio stations and streaming stations and things like that. But everybody has the same questions. What just happened? Over and over again, all the same questions. Oh, yeah, thank you, Aunt Cat Barbie, because I would not have noticed that. I hear myself in the back now, but I'm so confused. Oh, it's because I'm listening to Little Scribe. Little Scribe, you have to kill your audio. There you go. And then I unmute me. Now, Little Scribe, you can hear me, so we should be cool. Can you hear me, my friend? I saw her beep up for a second there. She should be able to talk. Push your right buttons, my darling. I was so confused when I was hearing my voice like a few seconds later. I'm easily confused, however. That's true. That's true.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you now. Hey there, pretty princess. How you doing?
Thought I had pressed to talk. Sorry, there, Sir Cork. I think give me a minute. I gotta go fix that because I'm on a different computer.
Okay, you
Please
fix that.
Your party is ready.
I'll go ahead and just continue to go on here. So I assume, can everybody else hear me now? Can you hear me now? This has been my whole dang show for the last million weeks is can you hear me now? So on the next segment, what I'm going to do once Little Scribe gets all set up, she's going to go fix her press to talk and things so she can have a chat with me. It'll just be a couple minutes. So we're going to introduce Little Scribe. I'm going to do that while she's getting ready. So let's see here. Little Scribe is a lovely Steemian, and I'm going to try to pull up her Steemit account here. That'll probably make it quicker. I wasn't totally ready. Thanks, Serena. She I can't talk, you guys. It's like my brain is broken. So I'm going to just pull up her actual account so you can go just check out her blog in general. Ooh, cool background. I haven't been there for a while. So that's fun. All right, so there's Little Scribe. This is just her little thingamaboober blog account on Steemit. She does have a show here on the Steem Star Network as well, which I'll let her pimp up in a second as she comes back here once she sets things up. Full disclosure, while we're learning a little bit about people today, before I bring her on, she was like one of the first people that I was like, that she had like a higher reputation than me, and I was like, oh, she's so cool. She upvoted I was like super stoked that she even noticed me. So it even happens between us little minnows all the time, which is super nice. I think that that's great. So yeah, I had already been following Little Scribe, and I'd seen that she was really helpful and a really good writer. And then lo and behold, early on, she volunteered to do some Space Carrie, and that's where we bring us today. So she was one of our first guests, besides Sir Cork, to come on and do guest voice acting. She's really good at it. She's pretty intuitive. She when I send her the scripts and then she like runs through to do it back, or she has an idea, I'm like, yes, your instincts are hilarious. Go with that times 100. And then she does so well with it. I particularly liked her sexy things this week. So I don't know exactly where she is. I'm going to buy her a little more time, and I don't want to miss anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the back burner for just a second. We're going to hear a little bit more of the Steem Birds. We are going to go into... I'm going to drop the little link as I do in the chat. So this song that we're going to do next is by the Steem Birds. Again, that is Jaybird separately. It's at Jaybird or at Dan-at Starlight, and it's Lite Starlight. And this is actually from their Steemit account, Steem Birds, STEEMBIRDS, just how you would think. And this is a short little ditty on trending, how we always want to be there, and we love it, and it seems so far away from us all the time. But it's short and sweet, and yeah. So you're listening to Mission Control on the Steem Star Network, and up next is the Steem Birds with Trend.
Steeming's Open Mic Week 50.
3.
Dan and Starlight, here we got.
Jaybird.
Then we are the
Steem Bird.
The song is called
Trending.
Yeah, baby. Cheers. Let's do it. Oh yeah! We're trending, trending, trending on Steemit again. We're trending, trending, going for Steemit. We're trending, 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 trending on Steemit again. Oh yeah! Here we go. I got my shades on, got my camera out,
My guitar in it and some girls all around.
gonna write a song, gonna block it out.
Hit the hot beat and we're all screaming shout.
Scream and shout, scream and shout, scream and shout, yeah! We're trending, trending, trending on Steemit again. We're trending, trending, going for Steemit. We're trending, 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 trending on Steemit again. World tour.
Stay at fancy hotel party with Steemit girls.
Gonna drink a lot, party all night.
Post it all up, Steemit before the sunrise.
Scream and shout, scream and shout, scream and shout, yeah! We're trending, trending, trending on Steemit again. We're trending, 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 trending. We're trending, trending, trending on Steemit again.
You guys, that was the Steem Birds with Trending. I do love those two crazy guys. You're listening to Mission Control on the Steem Star Network, and I do have here ready with me in the sound booth, I think, yeah, she's still there, show control booth. Hey girl, hey. Let's see if she's paying attention. Hey little scribe, do you hear me, my darling? She's on push to talk, but she might be pushing the wrong button because I don't see her doing any action yet. We'll give her another second to come. Oh, she's typing now. There's nothing happening. Your little hole isn't lighting up. So there's no button. We don't hear you, my love. We heard you before. It doesn't light up on my end. Cork might be able to fix you up here. We'll see what happens. Okay, so Cork can't hear you either. I was wondering if anybody else could hear on the other side of you. Yeah, you're not lighting up green, my love. This okay. This is, you know, pretty indicative of a Mission Control Monday night. Technical difficulties no matter what the heck. That was a cool quick change thing. Oh. She's going to fix it, you guys. No big worries. No big worries. So we're running out of time again. So I do want to go through Little Scribe and do this little quick segment here, but I think that she'll be able to fix that up too. We can have a little game, and then we're going to do this. I get all a little antsy, as I do sometimes here. Okay, so I have my questions ready, and I know she's fixing the buttons. Literally, this happens to me every time. So while we're having her fix her buttons, we're going to play like 1 or 2 little questions of It's All Numbers until she gets all that taken care of. So if Engine Witty's paying attention or if he's in the other room, this is probably the best time for everybody else because we're going to ask a couple of more questions here and see what we've got going on. I'll try to watch for Little Scribe. She can pop in when she... Oh, see, Cork's sending up pictures. That'll help. That'll help. What? Okay, so this is a hilarious... What? Okay, so we're going to play the It's All Numbers. I've got 2 questions ready to go. Little Scribe, it's okay. I totally should have warned you and we should have practiced. It might be on my end for all I know. Like it literally could be. But it's not showing up as any pushing the green buttons. So we're going to go ahead and do a couple of It's All Numbers. And in a later time, Little Scribe will figure out how to get my show control booth up and going. It might not be you, like I said. It could be me. So, in It's All Numbers, I ask a question. The answer is in number form always. So even if you have no idea what the answer is, you can at least guess because it's just a number. So that makes it easy for everybody. Again, this is quick draw. So first, well actually before I did everybody that gets it right, but I'm going to do quick draw. So the first person that gets it right, because y'all going to be guessing. Ain't nobody going to know the real answers to these things. It's hilarious. So I'm going to give you a couple more seconds here. All right. ANCAP said that she might help get over there. Yeah, I know. I'm not hearing Little Scribe either. She's literally not linking up. Little Scribe, I like to blame things on other things too. And I'm not saying that your husband didn't do it, but it's always me. Like, I turn on my computer and then suddenly for some reason I have no sound coming out of OBS and then I click a button and then it works again. But I digress. So we're now playing It's All Numbers because I do want to get a couple of these in here. So let's see who we've got in here playing with us today. Yeah, Engine's still in there wanting to play. So our question is, in dollars, by how much... Okay, preface this. This is from my game from 2007. So these are not current numbers. 2007. Think back. In dollars, by how much does Judge Judy's annual salary exceed that of all 9 Supreme Court justices combined? So in 2007, how much more money did Judge Judy make annually over the amount the 9 of the Supreme Court justices combined? So we're looking for, you know, a number in dollars, but, you know, any number will work because I understand we're in dollars right now. I'll give you guys just a couple of seconds. It's an insane amount of money. That is my hint to you. And awkward. I don't know how much Supreme Court justices make, but I would make the assumption that they make well under $1 million a year. But I don't know what it is. That would just be my guess on how much they make. So I'm going to scroll up through the chitty chat here and see. So I love you, Little Scribe. I totally agree with what's happening. So it might be on my end. I might try to click a button. It could be something that I'm doing in the show control booth that makes it so, but that doesn't make sense because I was talking to Cork earlier. Oh, well, no, that one's farther. I like your style, Engine Witty. That's why he's the Grandmaster Game Smasher, because he got lots of guesses in there because it's, you know, first one closest to the thing. We do not have anybody super close. Right now, if I take the closest person, and they're pretty far away, I'm going with Sir Cork. That's a hint. Scroll up and see what that is. So if I had to take the closest winner right now, it's Sir Cork, and he is far away. He's pretty far away from the real number on that. All right, so I'm going to give you about 2 more seconds here, and then I'm going to call it with some magic sounds because I like magic sounds. Dude, they're coming in. So now we're going to go ahead and say, that's your stopping point, guys, with your magical monies. And nobody got this one right, but don't feel bad because it's actually completely ridiculous and nobody should have guessed this. She made, in 2007, $26 million more than all 9 of the Supreme Court justices combined. Now, to be fair to Judge Judy, she lays out the law and doesn't give you any slack, and she tells you how to do. And so it is fun. I just don't know if that's appropriate distribution of things. It seems a little bit crazy. Like, I'm all for working for everything and being able to, like, we need to, like, want to have goals to work for things and be able to be rewarded for those things. But come on, that gap's humongous. That gap was just insane. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had no idea. So that was something that was super surprising to me on one of my little weird cards that I bring up in the new land. Okay, so just to check here, did that Sweeney guy already come back? He might have just left himself on in there. So let's see here. So she's in there trying to figure stuff out. Cork, if you wanted, I don't know if you have to stay in the room. It's not a huge deal. I only have a few minutes left. I can do some other things. But if you wanted to come in to see if you could be heard and if it was in fact her, because otherwise it would be on my end. And I haven't tried to change anything regarding what we had earlier. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Winston. That's why I was like, I didn't think anybody would get it right, but it's kind of surprising.
Can you hear me now, Carrie?
Oh, I do. I hear you, little scribe.
Oh, finally, with like 2 minutes to spare, right?
Dude, totally cool. At least it's still spare, so that happens. So I'm hoping everybody else can also hear little scribe. I'm going to assume they're going to, yep, oh, you hear him when she first joined. And there she is. Welcome to the control booth.
Thank you. This is a very invigorating experience, let me tell you.
Dude, I totally understand your starstruckedness that's happening right now. And yes, thank you, Aunt Cat Barbie, for doing whatever magical touch things that you did and touched Little Scribe through the internet lands to make this work. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, like I said, I already gave kind of a brief introduction of Little Scribe, and I dropped her link up there. Give her a follow. She's always really supportive. She does great tutorials. So this is all the stuff that we basically already know about Steemian. So on this segment, Weird Questions, we're going to get to know Little Scribe a little bit better by asking her some weird questions that you've definitely never heard any kind of answer to. And so Little Scribe, I think that was your background. Yeah, so you'll turn your sound off and listen to me now. Was that my
Okay.
Yeah. So then, because you should just be able to hear me in the show control booth, and then what happens is there's like a 20-second delay. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to start off, let's see here. Some of the questions, I have like 10 ready to go, and like my plan is to do 4 or 5, so that, because I never can decide like and like pull it down to the last thing. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to start out with Little Scribe. What was the last gift that you gave someone?
Ooh, this is a great question, actually. So we have this really wonky furniture store here in our hometown, and you go in and it's just like every other like thrift furniture store. It's like a big warehouse, but then it has this long hallway that goes down into another bigger warehouse, and then another hallway doorway that opens yet into another warehouse. It's kind of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And so they had these they just have like every kind of piece of everything. And then, and so they had these like refurb barred like refrigerator bars from a hotel, and they were selling them for $10, and my husband likes his Monster drinks, so I bought one of those and I gave him one today. So that was my last gift I gave somebody.
That's awesome. To be very honest, I had no idea where you were going with that. I was like, what is possibly gonna be happening? Dude, that's great. I love antique places and like shops like that where it's just like you go in and then you feel special, even though, everybody can go down there. You're like, and then there's a long hallway. And then it goes into something else. And you're like, oh, I'm going to get something delicious and wonderful down here. So that was a great answer. Good job, you guys. All right, so next weird question. What was the last thing that you watched on TV, and why did you choose to watch that?
This one needs no explanation. The answer is Young Sheldon. The end.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that that's a cartoon of some kind.
No, Young Sheldon is like you've seen Sheldon Cooper from why is my brain drawing a blank, guys?
Because you're on
The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So it's like basically what would Sheldon Cooper be like as a 9-year-old? And so it's this sitcom of him back in the 80s in like high school at age 9. And he's super OCD and really ridiculously cute and funny and annoying. And like he has and like his sister's a twin and his mom's overprotective and his dad's just like ho-hum. Anyway, best show ever.
Dude, what was it called again?
Young Sheldon.
That sounds so cute. I love it.
It's super fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that sounds super fun. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. This one I know. This one could be hard, but I think it might be easy for you to answer because, you know, that things like this happen to me all the time. So, what is the funniest thing that has happened to you recently?
Okay. So I went on a girls getaway this weekend with some roommates from college.
Yeah.
And we went spelunking. And for a minute I thought I was still 20. And so I went down in the cave and I'm like, I'm good. And then I couldn't get back out because I'm so lazy and out of shape. I was like this little 20-year-old girl had to help me out because she's like, oh, it's easy. You can just climb right up the ledge. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, I can do this. And I'm climbing up and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And I'm like, what happened to me? What happened to me? And so I'm all in this new thing where I've got to get back in shape so I can beat that 20-ass-year-old's butt. That's all I have to say.
Dude, that is really funny, and it sounds like something that could exactly happen to me.
It's just not right. The injustice.
Oh my goodness gracious, that was funny. I really did like that one. Okay, so now, okay, next question, you guys. So, this one I know how I would answer it, because it's like, well, in any case, I'm not answering the questions. I might do that at a future time where I answer some weird questions too, but your last weird question is, what do you think about when you are alone in the car?
I think about who am I gonna call and annoy. So usually I go down the list of people. It's my mom or my husband or my dad or my friend Doris, who will be guest appearing on our show this Wednesday. Her pen name is Darcy. Stay tuned for that.
Awesome.
So I basically just try and think about who I can annoy on the phone. But you should answer it too. I want to hear your answer.
Okay, so the reason I like this question is because although I like music and things, whenever I'm in the car, it's one of two ways if I'm alone in the car. Either there is no radio, no anything on, because that is I get in there and it's my think zone. And for the most part, it's so funny to me. I think in a radio station kind of way. I think as if I'm talking to people. So particularly when I'm alone in the car, it also works the same when I'm alone walking the dogs in the woods. And sometimes when I'm in the woods, I talk out loud because I'm really cool.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, I figured that you did. That's so funny.
Because we're the same brains.
I know, exactly. And so yeah, in the car, I sometimes think out loud, but I'm just thinking about almost having conversations with people. And I'm sure that other people do that too. But I used to do it in a way to where it would be kind of I guess in a negative way, where you would run into somebody and then you would have a conversation and then you'd think back on that and you'd be like, ah, shit, I shouldn't have done this, or I should have done that, or it should have been this way, it should have been that way, or what if I'd done this? And so I've gotten better at that. And so a lot of my time, instead of freaking out over the things that I've already talked about, I now spend time having really fun, imaginative conversations with people on Steem It. And then the problem with that is I think I actually had that conversation with you whilst alone in my car.
That is crazy. That was my second answer, is if I'm not thinking who I can annoy, I'm thinking about what I'm going to say to my peeps on Steem It. I'm not joking. Steem It, I don't know what it is. It becomes part of your brain matter.
Yeah, it's all encompassing at this point. So I kind of do love it. All right, so Little Scribe, thank you so much for our first ever segment of Weird Questions with me, CarrieAllen, to find out more about you, my Steemian counterparts and lovely
You are
friends.
so welcome.
I'm glad you got to be my first guest. I will be doing this hopefully every week. It's kind of fun to hear and do that. So we do have only about 3 minutes left of the show tonight. I think I'm going to play one more, and maybe I will if I can find the one, if I really love it. Yeah, we're going to do one more song, you guys. So we're going to do one more short, sweet song from the Steambirds, and then I'm going to come right back, and then we're going to close out Mission Control tonight. I sure have had a great time. Up next, though, I do need to drop the link in here before I do that. So up next, our last song from the Steambirds. This is Crypto Babes. It's one of my favorites because I feel like I am a crypto. Oh no, did I not set up Crypto Babes? Dear Lord, Carrie. I'm hilarious. Okay, so we're doing this one instead. This is Voices of Open Mic. I was going to talk about Open Mic a little bit tonight because I like to pimp that because it's a really good group. This is Voices of Open Mic. I love it. I love it. Enjoy. And I'll see you on the flip side of this short little ditty.
Steaming up Mike Week 70. We are the Steam Birds in the sauce. Voices of the Open Mic. Cheers. Let's do it. Voices of the Open Mic, tell us your story, baby. Voices of the Open Mic, share your feelings. We were skydiving on the 4th of May, crashed into an internet cafe. We killed some birds along the way. Is that how we got our name? Oh man, asked us if we were okay. Said Lucifer was his name. We both squawked yes alarmingly. Said you guys sound good in harmony. Yeah. Do 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 do. Said made this contest on Steamers. Maybe the Steamers could play for it. Said, hey, well, Steamers, that has a good ring. And then we started to sing. Oh, yeah. Voices of the Open Mic, tell us your story, baby. Voices of the Open Mic, share your feelings. My favorite part about Open Mic is singing songs and playing guitar. But if we could change just one thing, we'd add more crypto beats. Of course, by the way, and since you asked, favorite entries from the map are people who play covers of the Birds, the Yardbirds, the Black Crows, the Counting Crows, Cheryl Crow, and the Eagles. Voices of the Open Mic, tell us your story, baby. Voices of the Open Mic, share your feelings. Voices of the Open Mic, tell us your story, baby. Voices of the Open Mic, share your feelings. Hi.
All right, you guys, thank you so much. You have been listening to Mission Control Mondays with me, CarrieAllen, on the Steam Star Network. That was the Steam Birds with Voices of the Open Mic. And that's all I've got for you guys tonight. I had a great time. Again, reminder, next week there is no live Mission Control. I will do a post as a reminder. I just got things I got to be doing, but I will be back to you in no time. You guys have a beautiful week, and I'll catch you on Friday at Steam Star After Dark, right in the same place, same time, but on Friday instead. I know you don't have enough of me so far, so you'll want more. Have a beautiful evening. Kisses.
Mission Control, can you hear me? Mission Control, are you there? Tell me, am I coming through on the radio to you? Can you hear me?
Steam Star for your family.